evening, folks, and welcome to the Happy Hooker YouTube channel. This evening, this is a follow-on from today where I've just done all the service on the engine. My plan is to go and launch out on the straights, probably 8 o'clock-ish, 7, I'm not sure, but it's looking a bit ropey and a bit rough, to be fair. I'll assess that in a little bit. I'm just in Anglesey Bait Centre. Kirsty needs a new rod. All the rods she's got, I've either broke them or they're not up to the job. Now, I use, as we all know, the Pentidal XR420 solid carbon, the competition one. Now, I've just come into Malcolm's and he's gone above and beyond to find me one of them rods because they're not on the system and they can't be found anywhere. Are you getting a few of them in, Malcolm, or you will be doing? So Malcolm will be getting a few. I rave and swear by that rod. You've all seen me using it loads and loads of times. So if you do need one, you know where to come. Come and see Malcolm. I've told you, I'm a man of my word. If you need a new rod, you buy it in a tackle shop. It doesn't have to be this particular tackle shop. It's wherever you live or whichever area you're visiting. But spend your money in the tackle shop. Stop spending it online, guys. That's about all I've got to say about that. I'll see you when I'm out on the water or when I'm launching. I'll speak to you in a bit. Ta-da! Well, guys, I've just had a walk down that beach at the straight at the back of ABC there, and that is not pleasant. The wind is blowing right up the straights, i.e. from Carmarthen and up towards Puffin Island. Now, this is when it fishes best, when it puts a big lump on that sandbank, but I'm thinking it could be just a little bit overboard. I know that tomorrow morning it's not as strong as this. It'll still put a good surf on it. It'll still churn that sandbank up. And I know for a fact that Mike Stewart will be coming out at that time of the morning as well, so a little bit of safety in numbers. Sometimes I have to be a little bit sensible. What I will do is, I don't know what I'll do. I might go and find somewhere to fish off land, fish the tide up. That sounds like a decent idea, doesn't it? If I can find somewhere out to the wind, where it's comfortable, happy days. If not, it'll be in the morning. I'll let you know what I'm doing shortly. Well, guys, I've had my ribs and chips now. It's about 9, maybe half 9. I didn't quite look before I turned the van off. I'm not going to be launching tonight. I will launch in the morning or whatever time I wake up. I've got Dave the Slave coming with me tomorrow. I know Mike Stewart's launching with the Jolly Bobbin. Jolly Bobbin 2, actually. So, I'm going to go to sleep. And I will see you soon. A couple of seconds for you. It'll be a few hours for me. See you in the morning. And just like that, it was morning. Dave the Slave's here. Morning, Dave. Morning. The weather looks like it's not going to be as nasty this morning as it said it were going to be, so we're a little bit early, but we can have a dib and a dob about on the straight cart. We'll see if we can pick some mackerel up and some other bits and bobs before we go and anchor up and fish for some bass. I'm not sure what time Mike Stewart's coming, but it's a small place of straights. I'm sure he won't be able to escape me. See you in a bit, guys. Look at this, guys. I've been here all night waiting to launch this morning, and you always get one ignorant sod that comes along and barges his way in everywhere. Where is he? Mr. Mike the Madman Grumpy Stewart. Morning, Mike.
Well, if you don't get out, Simon, I'll be out before you.
I've been waiting for him coming, actually. I'm gonna follow him about and have all his secret marks. I'll show you all where they are. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Right, guys, we're actually on the water and we're here fishing after one thing after another.
Schoolboy error.
Yeah, Dave did it. He was at the back of the boat taking the number plate off and didn't put the bung in.
Got to be my fault,
yeah. And he didn't take the wood out from under the engine. So that's sorted. Boat's full of water. Switches the bilge pump on. I had a rope in the back and it sucked the rope up, so the bilge pump didn't work. So we've had to bucket the water out. I think it's because it got tangled up. It's blown the fuse on the bilge pump. And the only replacement I've got is rusty, so I'm not putting that in. So anyway, we're on the water at last on the beautiful Menai Strait, and we're just at the side of the bridge. What a beautiful looking thing that is. These things happen, guys. Nothing. They're all little trials and they all add to the day. They all make the day that little bit more pleasurable and that little bit more better. Yeah. And then on top of that, the dogs ran off and wouldn't come back. So it took me ages to get them back. And then I got them on the boat, they jumped off again and ran off again. Like I said, but here I'm going to stick I've just bought a set of these, a few sets of them actually, and I'm hoping that they're going to do the business just as well as my pollock killers. So we'll see. Let's get some fishing done, guys. See you in a bit. Right guys, this is the Swellies between the two bridges. Now just look at this, all bits of rocks and lumps and bumps, and if you look at the water all swelling and boiling, now you know what, that's why it gets its name. It is absolutely scurry-hurry, poo your pants, messing about in here. The locals do it, and they do it really well, to be fair, and they get the big bass in here. But for my money, it's just not worth messing about. I mean, I have been to it plenty of times, but it still frightens the death out of me. What are you reckoning, Dave?
Bit scary.
You've never been in here before, have you?
No.
No. Well, let me just look at the water here, bubbling and boiling. But that is where the big fish hang out. But for the sake of a big fish, I'm not minded. I'm going up to Gallows Point. I'm going to play about in the hole, see if I can pick some mackerel and herrings up. That sounds like a better plan. What do you think, Dave?
Fine with me.
Fine with him. Right, see you when we get there. Subscribe. Well guys, look at this. First fish of the day. We've just literally come up to Gallows Point and the lad's hitting herrings. Look at that. Ah! I'll finish swinging my lead about.
On the way down, wasn't it, that?
It was, so they were right at the surface then. That would make a perfect live bait. I have got a bucket. Where's my blue bucket? There we go. It's got stuff in it. What's it? Ah! Boxing fingers. I'm not sure what that is. A bag of weights back there on it. That bag of, is that your bag of weights? Yeah. Check that out so they don't get covered in fish slime. We love it, don't we? See you in a bit. Sorry guys, I forgot. The happy hooker does it again. Here we go, guys. Dave's in. Well done, Dave. What forgot? Oh, that's a big fat herring. Look at the size of that. Dave the slave. Does it again. In we go. See? They'll keep for not for live baits, but they'll keep for depth. No, we're in, are we? Yeah, we're in. I think. No, it's come off. See, herrings are good. They're that soft with the mouths that they do ping off when you hit them sometimes. Always keep an eye out where you're drifting here on the straights, because before you know it, you're in 50 foot of water. Next thing you know, you're up a sandbank. Which is never too much of a problem. If you go up a sandbank, it's easy enough to push back off again. But that's where you catch the fish, just in the inclines going up towards the sandbanks. So just keep going, keep going. Oh, I've hit something a bit better. What's he got? Pulling back. Don't feel like an herring. I don't know what it is. Doesn't feel like an herring, doesn't feel like a bass. It's not going berserk. Could be something foul looped, I suppose. What have I got? What have we got, guys? Got a mystery fish. It is a foul looped herring. Hey up, on again. Now, I'm not going to show you too many of these herrings coming on board, but you get the gist, don't you? See you in a bit. Right guys, Mike Stewart's here on the Jolly Bobbin, so you know what time it is, don't you? It's donut time! Here, hold on. They get me back in a bit, you mark my words. I know what he'll do, he'll cut my anchor rope in 4 foot of water. You got one on, Mike? You got one? Hey, herrings. Well guys, I've just blown a little fuse on my bilge pump. It's not a big deal. There's no water in the boat, but I need to say, I'm going to ask Mike if he's got any fuses. Jolly bobbin, happy hooker.
Yeah, go ahead, Simon.
Have you got any of them little round fuses? I've blown a fuse on one of my control panels. Have you got any there?
Yeah, I've got some here for you, yeah. You can have them for nothing as long as you don't make me wear one of them hoodies of yours.
Roger that. I'll get you a t-shirt instead.
Yeah, go wear that under my jumper. Cheers.
I'll tell you what, the abuse that I get, guys. The abuse that I get. Well, looks like we're getting wet, guys. Just look at the state of that coming at us. But that's fishing. Now, I've left my coat in the van. And look,
I'm going down. I'm staying upwind of him.
Luckily, I found this in the front compartment on the boat, and I think it's at least 2 years since I've had it on, and it probably got put away wet. It absolutely hums. It's a shame you're not watching on a smellophone or a smeller telly. You'd love this. It absolutely stinks. Oh well, it won't stop the fish though, will it? Might improve our chances. Well guys, we had to be one, didn't there? The obligatory pecker. He's got a pecker. Don't know how much of it you can see with that screen. Is that any better? Probably made it worse.
It's come back.
It's come back in. Right guys, we've come and anchored up on the bass mark, and look at this. David Slade's brought us burgers, taters, what's the pie called?
Homity pie.
Homity pie. So
World War II recipe. World War II recipe.
there you go. We're going to eat like kings on here today. I'm absolutely blooming starving. There's even burgers for dogs. Get this on, nice cup of tea on. Hopefully by that time the tide will have will have turned round and it'll be time to catch some fish. Hopefully we'll get some bass today. Now the weather doesn't look like it was forecast. It was forecast to be blowing an hoolie up here, which I have explained before is preferable and better in the mark we're in. Here comes the bobbin now. He knows it's nearly time to start fishing. But I think we've a good 20 minutes, half an hour at least before this tide turns round proper and starts pushing through. And that's when we'll start fishing. We have anchored up in, well, we're in 7 foot of water now. We did anchor up in 5 foot, but it's pushed us the other way and I'm burning something. I better go on burning something. Let's have a quick nosy about with the new drone. Time for a play. There's the Jolly Bobbin 2. It's a Sea Trooper. Mike Stewart and Steve Slater are on it, and they're giving us a lesson on fishing and catching bass. Now it's time for a nosy at CC Rider. It's a father and son fishing team. I know they caught some decent fish. I think it's a Warrior boat. I'm not sure what size though. Off the top of my head, I would have said a 165. Let's do a quick flyby over the Jolly Bobbin. Mike Stewart were threatening to cast a weight at it and knock my new drone out the sky, the rosser. And finally a look at the hooker with the 2 best looking guys of the full trip. She's a beautiful looking boat as well, isn't she? I do love my boat. One last look over the water at Beaumaris. We can see all 3 boats. What a beautiful picture that is. Right guys, we're finally fishing. We're casting. I know Mike's already had a bass. I don't think anyone else has had one yet. There's 3 of us here, 3 boats here. I have just had the drone up. We've had the first successful flight over water. Risking it harder. But it seems to be a lot easier to control this one than the other one for some reason. I'll bring you back in periodically as we start catching, which I've no doubt we will. Right guys, the crabs are out in force at the minute. It is only just starting to flow. I'm going to show you how I put a regworm on. Now these are a bit on the small side, so I will probably put 2 or 3 on at a time. I get their heads and I rip them off, and it's not because they nip you, it's so that, if you can see there, there's a nice little tube inside it now, and my bait needle will slip inside it, and they don't bite you. It's more of a pinch than a bite. It doesn't hurt, it just makes you jump a bit because you don't expect to be bit off a worm. Simple as that. Tube through. Yep, there's one on. Now I've left my rod down to the side, down the other end of the boat. In fact, they are a bit on the small side, these. See, that one just had a nip at me then, and it got me. So head off. How dare you nip the hooker? It'll be having a bite in a minute, won't it? I'm gonna get it in. Tube on again, and I'm gonna put 3 of these on. Like I said, they're a bit on the teeny tiny side. But sometimes that's all you can get. That's a bit better, that one. I'll whip its head off again, and bait needle through it. There we go. Oh! Nobody likes to see that happen. That tastes absolutely beautiful. And if you've not seen a bait needle before, all we do is, I will get the rod. That's really tasty, that. Super tasty. In the top of the bait needle there is a hole. You just get your hook, push that into the hole, pull your line tight to the bottom of your bait needle, and push. 1 ragworm, just come in half, 2 ragworms, 3 ragworms, let's come in half again. And what we end up with is a nice lump of ragworm. Easy as that. Time to get it cast out. Let's get a fish caught. Hey guys, first fish of the session. Dave the Slave. What does it feel like? Out special?
Nice. It's still a whiting.
Yeah, I tell you what, if that's a pecker now when you bring it up, you're going to eat them words, aren't you?
It's a dogfish.
The first dirty dog of the session. Dave the Slave. Does it again? Nobody likes to see that, Dave. I'm sorry, I had to say it. There we go guys, first fish on board. Or first fish of the anchor session on board, should I say. Now, I'm not going to waste the full tide here in this little spot. If the bass are not here, I'm going to move off and I'm going to give it half an hour here. If they don't start showing up, I'm going to move off to another spot and have a go at that one. That's the beauty of having a boat, and we can just up anchor it and move, can't we? Well guys, the crabs are out in force. Nice lump of weed, and that 3 ragworms that I put on, that's what's come back, and that's probably 5 minutes it's been in. So it's a case of keep checking till they bugger off. Oop, dropped him guys. Oh, and herein lies the problem. Look at that little bugger. Now, that is what's happening to our baits. So we're going to up anchor and we're going to have a move. I might save him, I might shove him on in fact I am, I'm going to shove him on an hook and see if I get a bite on it. That'll teach you, won't it? Right guys, we've just upped anchoring on a move now. Now Mike Stewart spoke to me on the radio, said they've had 7 or 8 bass. So I've just anchored up right at the side of them. Now when we did anchor up at first, they did come and anchor straight in front of us, but they moved a bit further up the bank, so that's what we've done. Oh, we're off. Get over here. Instant bite. How's that, guys? Dave's still not got his, he hasn't got it in the water. Bass on, guys, bass on. That was a screecher, weren't it? That's what we like, guys. Instant fish. Running at me now.
Follow the fish magnet.
Follow the fish. Follow the Welsh fish magnet. Well, that's a good sized fish, that back, guys. It's a netter. I need that net from the side here, Dave. Was that flipping neck? Oh yeah. Not ready yet. That's a good fish, that, guys. That's going in the pan.
You'll be going in my pan, you can poach that on.
You've already got your quarter. Now the problem is, Mike said he's had 8 or 9 bass, but they're all schoolies. You haven't got one like this, not a single one.
We've got one good one on.
They've got one good one. Now look at that.
We've been throwing them back.
You have not been throwing them back.
Yeah, we've had all hours.
Have you heard this?
We don't keep 2-pounders on this boat.
I can't get the blooming hook out, guys. There we go. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful.
Hey, you should be thanking me for that.
The happy hooker. Thanks, Mike Stewart. Again. In the bucket you go. Well, guys, Dave the blade rod's just shot off. You got it, Dave? Yeah. This one right through my line. Tip the tap. There we go. That's to get the net ready, is it? Is it nice? Five man. I won't worry, it's a tangle and that's that. Just, we have a tangle, guys. You know some of that is. I feel it running off over here. Are you on the mono over here? Fish on as well at the same time. They having that, guys. Just sorted the tangle out and both rods are shooting off. Oh, mine just shook itself off. That's it. Going on the schoolies. Look at that. Now, to be fair, that is probably, if you so wished, no, it's a bit small, mine actually, but it's not far off legal size. Just get my thumb in its gob. In fact, I'll get under its gill because it's stabbing me to death. There we go. That's a nice picture. If you can stop throwing it on the floor. You'll get hold of it in a minute, won't he? Under there, Dave. Yeah, you got it under the gill cover?
Yeah.
There we go. Bloody had me again. There we go. Get them back nice, safe and sound. There you go. 2 at a time. Are you still getting them there, Mike? Yeah, he's getting them as well. Is he on? Let me just turn the camera around. Let me turn the camera around. Has he come off? Nobody likes to see that happen, do they? That's a shame, isn't it? Let it go. Is it still there? It's running at me. Did good. No, it's not good. Not there. Sorry guys, the rod just shut off. I was on the phone to my Lily. They're going to the fun fair. Can we have some money? Yes, you can. Right guys, just look at this. What Dave the Slave's brought. It is a pie. What is it, Dave? You explain it.
It's a World War II hominy pie. It's basically savoury veg.
Tell you what guys, that's delicious. It's a bit of a gobble, but it's delicious. Now, the bass bites have slowed right off here. Nobody seems to be getting any trouble. We're going to up anchor and we're going to move over to the river, what did I say? Ogwin. We're going to move over to the river Ogwin mouth and flick some lures about and see if we can pick a bass up on the lures. Now I don't normally do a lot of lure fishing, do I? So I'm going to really put a bit of effort into it and see how we get on. Right guys, we've come up into the river, what's it called?
Ogwin.
Into the river Ogwin mouth, which is just there where that bridge is. I don't know if you'll pick that up. I know that Simon Iron's place is just here, just at the back of these trees. So the boat feels like it's going home. That's where it was yesterday, with the new parson, all serviced, running like a dream, like it was anyway. But we're going to give it 10 or 15 minutes here, maybe half an hour, flicking some lures about. I'm not known for my patience with lures, so unless I start catching reasonably quick, I'll get bored very, very quick. What are you using there, Dave? Dave's using a little jelly,
The lead head.
little lead head, and I'm going to be using a Toby. I'm just going to start flicking it about and see what happens there. Just while I'm here at Menai, I do need a couple of bits and bobs, so I'm going to call in Menai Bait and Tackle. I don't need a great deal, but I do need something if I'm going fishing up at Colwyn Bay. How are you, my dear?
Alright, thank you. How are you?
How's business?
Not bad.
Good, keeping going?
Yeah, still
Brilliant. So guys, if you're fishing or launching down at Menai, what time do you open on the?
10 o'clock every day.
Every 7 days?
6 days at the moment, not
Right.
on a Monday.
Brilliant.
So 10 till 5, apart from Friday when it's 10 till half 5.
Alright, so extra half an hour, eh? Right, you've heard it guys. Get in these tackle shops and get your money spent. I'm going to do the same now and buy a couple of little bits. I'll speak to you later guys. Right guys, that's the end of that day. We've got the boat back on the trailer. While we're getting it on, Rob and is it your little girl?
No, it's granddaughter.
Rob and his granddaughter have just whizzed round the corner to see us. Hiya, what's your name, love? Neve. Neve the meanie peavy, eh? Not really, I'm sure she's beautiful and lovely. Anyway guys, that's the end of that session with a couple of bass. We've got one keeper, a load of herrings. I'm going to go over to Colwyn Bay on my way home and I'm going to fish the platform tonight. That's if I can get on it. I'll get you some more videos out, and until next time, ta-da for now. Subscribe.